4-4 with 4 games to go in the season. Can Coach Beamer get the Gamecocks to a bowl game in year 1? Stick around. I'll let you know what I think. What's up and welcome back, everybody. Gamecock Chuck here with another video on this Sunday afternoon. Hey, before I get started, like this video, share this video, comment on my video, subscribe to my channel if you ain't already subscribed, and let's get started on it. Currently South Carolina sits at 4-4 on the year, right where we should be, according to what some people think. Actually, Vegas had us winning roughly about 3 games this year, so we exceeded what their thoughts were. But right now, like I said, we're 4-4. We won the games we should have won. We beat Eastern Illinois, beat East Carolina, beat Troy, beat Vanderbilt. So we won the games we should have won. And we also lost the games that everyone, thought that we should have lost, and we did. I was being stupid and naive at the beginning of the year. I will admit it. I thought we could win 6 to 7 games this year. Figured maybe we could steal one from either Kentucky. Kentucky wasn't too high on Tennessee, so I figured we might get one there. And then I also thought maybe we can win one, down the stretch, steal one from Florida, Auburn, Clemson, Missouri, somewhere like that. But like I said, I'm not ashamed to admit I was being stupid on that. So, but it is what it is. We right now, like I said, we're 4-4. When I look at the 4 remaining games and the lack of what we've done on offense, it's going to be hard to find 2 wins in these final 4 games, by looking at some of the numbers, some of the stats from each of these teams. It's going to be hard to find 2 wins out of it. Is there a chance? Yeah. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given Saturday afternoon. It's happened before in the past. A couple weeks ago, Illinois beat Penn State in 9 overtimes. I mean, nobody thought Illinois was going to beat Penn State. I mean, Illinois is just horrible. But anybody can beat anybody on any given Saturday. So there is a chance. When I look at what's left on South Carolina's schedule, we play this week. We got Florida at home. I'll be at that game, suffering through that game probably. But I'll be there watching it. But we play Florida. And according to the ESPN FPI, which is what ESPN thinks, gives each team a percentage on what they think is going to happen in the game, who's going to win the game, or whatever, based on, I guess, offense, defense, special teams, what the team's done so far through the year. They gave South Carolina a 15% chance of beating Florida, so not really a good percentage to win that game. Looking at Florida, their defense right now is 35th in the country. They giving up 340.4 yards per game. So they're pretty stout on defense. Pretty stout on defense, I guess. Offense, they're 11th in the country. They get 483.4 yards per game. They got a mobile quarterback. Actually, they got 2 quarterbacks there. Emory Jones, the mobile one. You also got Richardson back up, so pretty good there. I think he's a freshman, so he's still getting his feet wet in SEC play. Done some good things last week yesterday against Georgia. Did some good things, made some good throws. I think he got injured in that game, so they pulled him out, put in Jones back in there. So it's going to be a task for South Carolina in this game. Emory Jones is more of a mobile, dual threat quarterback, can hurt you with his legs, can also hurt you with his arm, but he can also hurt his team with his arm. He's given up quite a bit of interceptions this year, so even though he's pretty accurate throwing the ball, he also can turn it over. So look for hopefully the Gamecocks can disrupt him and perhaps get a couple picks in that game. Next game, we go on the road to take on Missouri. According to ESPN FPI in this game, this is our best opportunity to get a win down the stretch. They give us a 40.4% chance of beating Missouri. When I look at Missouri stats, on defense, they are 124th in the country, giving up 474.8 yards per game, which is pretty horrible. I think they're dead last in the SEC, or right there with Vanderbilt and everybody else in the bottom as far as defense. On offense, they're 24th in the country. They gain 452.8 yards per game. They got a good running back in Tyler Beatty. You know, he has almost 1,000 yards on the season. So they got him and Basilak, the quarterback. So give him time in the pocket. He can do some great things getting the ball down the field as well. So that's going to be a daunting task for South Carolina in that game is, you know, being able to stop the run and get in the backfield and be disruptive in that game. Next, our final two games are at home. We take on Auburn first. According to the ESPN FPI, we have a 15.5% chance of beating Auburn. So that's our second best opportunity to get a win. But I haven't had an opportunity to watch a whole lot of Auburn games this year, so I'm not exactly sure. You know, I'm not exactly sure what they bring to the table. I know they got a solid quarterback in Bo Nix under Mike Bobo's offense. They also got a good running back in Tank Bigsby, so I'm sure he's going to be bringing his A game to Columbia that day, ready to get revenge on us from last year, from that miracle win we got there against Auburn last year. On the defense side of the ball, they're 51st in the country. They give up 356 yards per game. Offensively, they're 25th in the country, picking up 452 yards, 452.1 yards per game from the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, they're going to bring in Tank and Bo Nix. I mean, they got a solid defense, solid offense. They're going to be hungry, like I said, to get that revenge game from last year, you know, to pay us back for last year. So that should be a pretty interesting game there. In a final game, we take on the Clemson Tigers, the team from another state, our rival. According to ESPN FPI, they give us a 13.4% chance of beating Clemson. And that one right there is kind of a little bit of a head scratcher, in my opinion. I think it should be higher than Auburn and Florida, based on some of the numbers I see here, and just by watching Clemson. Their defense, can't take nothing away from them. They're solid on defense. They're 23rd in the country, giving up 323.4 yards per game. But on offense, they're just like South Carolina when it comes to offense, man. They're struggling. I think yesterday was the first time they got above 21 points against an FBS opponent. I think that's what they said on TV yesterday when I watched the game. So I think they scored 30 points in that game against Florida State, and that was because of that stupid lateral at the end that went all over the place, and they finally picked it up and scored a touchdown to cover the spread or whatever. So, but anyway, like I said, they struggling on offense. DJ, he's missing receivers, wide open receivers. I mean, he's looking pretty horrible. He's not what everybody thought he was going to be this year. But right now they're ranked 114th in the country in offense, getting 328.3 yards per game. They got some good running backs at Maffa. I think it's his name, Maffa. I think that's how they say his last name. The running back yesterday did good against Florida State, and also that young freshman Will Shipley, talented guy out of North Carolina, right in the Charlotte area. So he's doing some good things for him this year. But yeah, that game right there, like I said, when I look at it, that was kind of like a head scratcher to me. Why the percentage is so low whenever you look at South Carolina and compare them to Clemson. I mean, we're right there with them, struggling on offense, playing decent defense. But I think that FPI will probably, unless Clemson starts getting on a tear and start dominating people and start lighting up the scoreboard, I think that FPI may go up by the time that game gets to town. So we'll look for that. But like I said, looking at overall everything, I think the Missouri game is going to be a game that gives it an opportunity to get one there. I think it's going to be hard to find number 6. If we can't beat Missouri, then I really don't see South Carolina making it to a bowl game under Coach Beamer his first year. Like I said, our offense is just too stagnant. Defense is pretty solid. We're 39th in the country right now, giving up 346.4 yards per game. So we're pretty solid in defense. But you can tell why the defense has slipped a lot since the beginning of the year, man. Our offense can't stay on the field. We putting our defense in some bad situations, and keeping them out on the field longer than what they should be. So I think, like I said earlier, I think yes, there's an opportunity for us to go to a bowl game. Do I believe we can? The honest answer, no. I really don't see it unless our offense can magically show up and start producing at a high level. I really don't see us getting a 6th win. I have been impressed somewhat with this team this year. The defense side has improved some. Special teams has improved. Offense, though, that's where it's killing us this year. But like I said, no, I do not think South Carolina can get to a bowl game unless we can steal one from Clemson, Auburn, or Florida and beat Missouri. No, I don't think so. The offense right now just hasn't proven to me, hasn't given me enough optimism to say yes, definitely we can get to a bowl game. Hey, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think. If you think it's possible South Carolina to get to a bowl game, or if you think, no, we're pretty much done for the year as far as the wins. And just let me know what you think in the comments below. Till next time, go Coach Beamer. Go Gamecocks. This is Gamecock Chuck, and I'm out, baby.